Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to your weekly wrap-up brought to you by The Know. You might have been hearing a lot these last few days about the For the People Act of 2021, otherwise known as HR 1. It's the same thing. Now, this is perhaps the most ambitious package for democratic reform in generations. The bill aims to, quote, expand Americans' access to the ballot box, reduce the influence of big money in politics, strengthen ethic rules for public servants, and implement other anti-corruption measures for the purpose of fortifying our democracy. Wow, ambitious. It was actually first introduced in 2019 by Representative John Sarbanes, but it failed to get a vote on the Senate floor while under the control of then Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. It was reintroduced this session when the Democrats have a majority, and so it passed the House on Wednesday. Now it moves to the Senate, where it faces a very difficult battle to reach the required 60 votes needed to pass. President Biden has already said that he will sign the bill into law. So what's in it? This bill would automatically register eligible voters, automatically restore voting rights for ex-felons. It would end gerrymandering at the federal level by requiring independent states to set up independent commissions to draw the district maps instead of state politicians who do it now. And there's a whole host of ethics regulations to govern Congress so that they can focus on what their constituents want rather than what the lobbyists want. Opponents of the bill argue that nationalizing elections to this extent is unconstitutional. The Constitution clearly gives states the power to run their own elections. They also say that it will lead to increased ballot harvesting, election fraud, and inaccurate voter rolls. The Know's take? We got to consider the political aims of the parties here. There has long been this perception that increasing voter registration will lead to an increase in the number of Democrats, thereby hurting Republicans at the polls. But data suggests that it's actually more nuanced than this. Increased voter registration could actually help either party. And I'd also like to add that Americans on both sides support ending political corruption. Don't forget the whole Drain the Swamp campaign. That was really popular. So it may not be so much Republican versus Democrat Americans than just politics as usual. But the reality is that without bipartisan support for this legislation, the bill will be largely viewed as a partisan issue, and it's not going to make it past the Senate. So what can you do? If this is something you might want to support, check out the resources in the links below. I've included them all together on my website to learn more about it. I've included resources from both sides of the argument. If you want to support it, then contact your senators. Use the headcount link to send an email directly to your reps with just one click asking them to support HR 1. And of course, subscribe to The Know at theknow.io because they're going to be tracking this very, very closely over the next few weeks and provide you with all the information that you need. Thanks so much for watching and happy weekend.